whoa. Gotta pray to the recruiting gods. Please. So that's kind of a red flag for us. Not sure why we're hearing from the recruiter, not so much my hiring manager. This is something that is super painful. We are back, baby. Happy Monday, and welcome back to another week in the life where I show you what I do as a tech recruiter at my own agency, Kickstart Finder, on all the crazy situations that we find ourselves in with candidates and clients. It is Q2, the first week of April 2023, and I'm feeling alive, fully recovered, and ready to take on this week and hope to make an awesome month with you all. Just walking back home, but man, there is nothing like starting your morning, moving, sweating, doing whatever you have to get those endorphins cranking. So after this, after a nice shower, you're gonna be at peak optimal performance to make it awesome. Just really grateful and frankly surprised we were able to push through with a solid Q1 this year. I know a lot of companies are hurting. I know a lot of agencies are hurting. It's a tough market, but in down markets, this is the time where you have to really be creative. You have to really be innovative. And with your back against the wall, you have to ask yourself, hey, do you really wanna make this happen and succeed and build and maintain a strong business? So we've been focused, hyper-focused, brought on some really good clients, doing some good placements, and I want more. I want more to happen this quarter. We also got a couple exciting announcements to launch next couple weeks, so make sure you continue to watch. But sun's out, workout done. See you on the inside. All right. Happy Monday, and we are back at the office. Before we get started with this video though, quick announcement, just a friendly reminder, make sure you join our Discord, completely free, great opportunity to collaborate with other like-minded individuals. And also don't forget to check out our podcast where we really go deep dive with other great recruiters and founders out there with amazing careers. On to the video. All right, we got some exciting announcement here on a Monday. So one of our clients, our clean tech clients that we're working on, trying to find a really great principal engineer. We sent them, I think, 2 or 3 that immediately got interviewed, and the pipeline was strong. A couple of them got rejected. One of them, which was like really our favorite and the one that our client was really excited about, seemed to not have done really well on a technical test. But I think seeing the thread that was just forwarded to me this morning, somehow she was able to rectify that situation, explaining herself and sharing that, what really happened during the coding test, it threw her off and didn't really reflect her kind of core strengths. And she was able to quickly send like a follow-up, a warm-up with the correct answer. And I think typically in situations like that doesn't really work. If you get rejected, you get rejected. It's very rare for companies to reconsider you this quickly, but I think she did such a good job, and they were so excited about her particular background because we were really laser focused that they're open and willing to continue the process with her. So I thought we're gonna have to come into this week building that pipeline from scratch, but it's saved. We have one. So obviously still not gonna completely bank on her. We'll continue to do our best to find other people. The second thing is that a lot of other exciting, great interviews are getting scheduled. One of our technical managers for our travel kind of D2C client is now moving forward to a stage 2. While it's only a second round interview, it's really not that exciting. It's really exciting for my team and I because this client is tough. They're very particular, very picky, and we've been trying so hard to kind of really find people that really kind of demonstrates all the criteria that they're looking for so that we can get as much mileage and the highest chances of a placement there. The hiring manager is very picky, he's very selective, and so it just really makes kind of the responsibility on our end to make sure our targeting is very focused, which is fine because that's what we do from the get-go. But we have a bunch of first round interviews. A lot of them didn't do too well, but we have a good handful. I think we have 2 or 3 still in the first round, but now we have our first going to the second round. I hope he doesn't get rejected, but hey, I have to enjoy the journey and celebrate every victory as it is. And then one of our marketing candidates, I think 2 of them are moving forward to the second and third round. So coming into this week with great momentum, talking to a new possible crypto client tonight. We still have one more client for possibly like an AE, a biz dev, a position we don't really do. We might have bandwidth for. So waiting for the CEO to get back to me so we can hop on the call to kind of get a better understanding of what's going on. And then aside from that, just a ton of calls today with really great candidates, specifically targeting designers and product, trying to build those pipelines with our clients. So right now, first full week here in Q2, everything's hot. The
machine is running. We are working our butts off and I'm feeling really, really good. It took me about 2 weeks to fully recover from the cold that hit me really, really hard. So I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4 interviews happening today. We have a podcast happening today. We have a bunch of calls happening today. And let's just keep on going. All right, it is, what is it? It is almost 3 p.m. here on a Monday. Everything's going really well. I'm also actively working a software engineer role. We had one candidate who had a first round today. It went so well that they want to schedule the technical rounds later today and tomorrow, which is fantastic. But the reason why they've also done that is my candidate shared with my client that he's also later stages with other companies, and to help our client remain competitive, they're willing to accelerate him, which is fantastic. Also have a final round for this position on Wednesday, and just sent them another amazing engineer from Apple and Google and the startup. So pipeline for this one is looking pretty solid, hoping to kind of set ourselves up for a solid week, maybe a solid month. But you know, with recruiting, anything can happen. Just gotta be positive, focused, hyper vigilant.
We need to focus up
and see if we can kind of make some of these placements happen. So gonna stay focused. We still have 2 more interviews today, 1 podcast today, 1 more client call later today around 7 p.m. my time. It's a little bit late, but hey, you gotta do whatever you gotta do to make it happen. Happy Tuesday. Just a quick update here. So I was able to actually got on a successful Zoom with a brand new crypto client last night, looking to hire possibly 2, maybe even 3 engineers. The only issue here is that they're using other agencies. They've used other agencies. They're extremely picky. So that's kind of a red flag for us. But the fact that they were okay with a pretty generous fee for us, and they're willing to move really, really fast, it still makes sense to kind of go in and just hit this as hard as possible. See if we can really make an impact. And again, if we can place 1 engineer, that'd be amazing. 2+ would be absolutely fantastic. Coming into today, we had 1 tech manager candidate moving forward to the second round. We have now 1 more moving forward to the second round, which is awesome. We have another product manager moving now forward to a second round. If that goes well, there's 1 more final round for our aviation client. Been sourcing engineers really all day today, in addition to more tech managers and product managers. So all in all, things are happening right now. Happy to say we have a possible client call tomorrow, maybe even 1 more syncing up with the client on Thursday or Friday. So it's super busy, which is something that I'm very grateful for, knowing that like the market and the state of everything is just absolutely crazy with the economy and the recession and all that stuff. So jam-packed day. Days are completely, filled with amazing calls, just submitting candidates left, right, and center as they kind of come in. And so far, so good. Just really good energy as well. Got my matcha here to maintain peak performance throughout the day with really good energy levels. And we'll just see honestly what this day hopes for. And I'm hoping we can maybe pop a deal, maybe 2 this week. So make sure you continue watching to see what happens. But gonna enjoy this. Oh, it's the best. Ready to finish the day. Let's go.
Hello, and happy Wednesday. A lot is happening. A quick update on a couple of things. We have a marketing candidate who had an amazing interview today, has a possible interview, a final round interview tomorrow. He ranks our client number 1, which is fantastic. But what really happened here is we discovered that now our candidate wants to possibly negotiate for a higher salary. Now, this is typically not a problem, but when we first picked up this role, our client's budget was 110, and then we're like, hey, that's a pretty subpar or pretty low on the market. You need to come a little bit higher, and they were able to come up with 120+ bonus. Now, our candidate is currently making more than 120+ bonus right now, but he was willing to consider 120+ bonus because he really likes our client. The issue is he's now proceeding further in stages with another company who can offer him a little bit more, maybe around 130, 135. So what I have to do is I just need to sync up with him probably after the interview tomorrow and really dive deep and really understand hey, is this a deal breaker? Are you willing to make compromises just because I know that you rank our client number 1? At the same time, I'm gonna do whatever we can to work with our client to have them come up as much as possible. So it's not gonna be a super easy close as I was hoping for, really banking on this thing to kind of be really smooth. On another note, have another tech manager moving to a 3rd round interview, got another one in 2nd round. So that's looking really good. Got a product manager moving to a 2nd round. Just had a call with a potential new client, but it seems like we're not gonna be the best fit as they're really looking for just non-technical, super junior level positions, and they're not going to be able to really afford kind of our fee. I'm willing to be flexible to a certain extent at this stage, but the types of positions that they're hiring and types of positions they will hire is just going to make myself and my team do a lot of extra work, and the ROI is not really maximized, right? Like we typically kind of do before. So probably wouldn't make the best fit, but still a great company to have in our roster, in our book, in case that they want to engage us. Got 3
3 other interviews, 1 interview happening right now that's final round with the engineer. Really hope it's going well. Just gotta pray to the recruiting gods, please that it goes well, because if it goes well, then hopefully they can make an offer. We can close this, maybe have 1, maybe 2 offers to close this week, which would be absolutely incredible. And that's exactly what I'm focused on. So fingers crossed to see what else is gonna happen today. But so far so good. Happy Wednesday. All right, it is Thursday, late morning, and man, my nerves are like this because I had a final round engineer interview on Wednesday, haven't heard anything back from the client yesterday, pinged them today. I don't really have the best feeling about this, would really like a deal to happen. We also had a marketing candidate that had a final round today. He's also in process with another company, which I talked about earlier. Haven't heard back from the client yet. Really hope that we can get some good news. One of our old e-commerce clients reached out, possibly asking us if we can help with a couple other engineering and product roles, which is fantastic, but they're asking if we can be significantly lower on the fee, which is probably not the best thing to do. We just need to make sure we are properly incentivized to provide our best value, and what they're asking for is just way out there. It's not even within reason.
Lost your damn mind.
Got to push back on that, but it's always great working with them. We're able to do a handful of deals with them over the years, so hoping that we can maybe figure something out. But a lot of today is just waiting, talking to a lot of candidates. I think 3 interviews happening today, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more candidate calls as well. Really just doing my best to keep the pipeline going. Things are simmering, but I need a placement to happen, and we are fighting for our candidates. I'm ready to go to battle and try to get our candidates the best package ever, the one that just makes sense as well, and it could work for our clients. So just waiting. I hope it's some good news, but man, this has been a tough week so far. It's been a tough year so far. Just so many offers and clients and candidates changing their minds last minute, and just recession and all this crazy stuff.
It's too much.
See what we can do, and I'll keep you updated. Oh, hello, and happy Thursday. Just found out that our final round engineer candidate got rejected. This is something that is super painful. I thought coming into this week, we were gonna get the job done, but he just didn't do well. And this was on the final round interview when it was no longer technical. It was just meeting the co-founders, a couple of the people. It's very low probability of messing up. And I don't know exactly what happened. Didn't really get that much feedback, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to deliver that news to my candidate. And it's just, man, a constant theme this year of just losing so many deals, from counter offers to just candidates bombing the final round or something happening, ghosting, non-responsive, interviewing after accepting an offer, to a level that I just never seen before. And I said this last year, now I'm saying it again. It's just new heights of just craziness. I think, what's really important here is with any business, the hardest thing about recruiting agency, in my opinion, is learning how to just manage the whole business and how that affects you emotionally and psychologically. Working for yourself is one of the hardest things I've ever done. And so when I see people or meet people who are Preston, I want to run my own business, my first question is, why? Do you really want to get yourself into this just nonstop anxiety-ridden situation where it just never stops? Of course, if you work for yourself, it's sexy, it's fulfilling, you can make unlimited potential, but that also comes with the other extremes on the other 180 end of the spectrum as well. And so it's just been brutal. And this year, especially with the finances, financial system, the inflation, the SVB banking, the layoffs in tech, it's just an industry that's just really difficult. And even for myself to just navigate. And so when you're, working for yourself, you not only have to be good at what you do tactically, finding clients, finding candidates, but you also have to manage, run the business, and do admin stuff, legal stuff, finance stuff, and also take control and try to control and manage and maintain a really healthy emotional and psychological levels as well, where self-care and time management comes really key. So this is just another not positive news I want to hear. It does not help me because I really am pushing and doing my best to try to make it happen, but losing so many deals out of my fingers, it's really frustrating. And I try to enjoy the wins, I try to feel the losses, but man, I feel just been feeling a lot of pain and painful painful situations and losses so far this year. And if you are feeling the same way, let me know, so I feel like I'm not the only one. But despite everything, I love what I do. It's we give value and we help people find their dream jobs and find their rock star talent, no matter how difficult it is. That feeling never goes away. But could use some good news right about now. On, I guess, another semi-good news is we have a marketing candidate who had a final round. I'm waiting back from my client who said that she's talking to the team debrief. If that goes well, hopefully we can make for an offer. It's not going to be as big as the engineering offer. It's a little bit sad, but hey, any little thing can help right now. I'm going to push and make it happen. So we'll see what we can do. We'll keep you updated. Just try to build and push. This year is all about the year of pushing and being aggressive and just take what we can and doing the best that we can as well. So we'll see you in a bit. Hello. Happy Friday. We made it to yet again another week. And as you know, if you've been watching for quite some time, it's all about finishing strong. The weather is nice. The sun's coming out. But sitting here doing whatever I can to finish the day strong, because that creates momentum for the next week. Coming into this week, we are waiting, nail biting on the edge of our seats. What's going to happen with our marketing candidate? We had some really good feedback yesterday. The hiring manager, the CMO, said that she's working on it, hoping to hear back from them today. If they want to move forward, it's an offer. So it could be an awesome day. Other than that, we have about 3 other interviews today, about 10 other candidate calls. And really the theme going to next week, moving forward, is to really kick up our business development to the next level. Like, I just want to make sure that we come into not just next week, but this month, next month, into the summer with significant momentum, always doing what we can to bring and create new relationships with clients. As you know, if you're a freelancer or if you're in agency world, sourcing candidates is great, but then you always have to make sure that you have a lot of clients so that you always have consistent work throughout the year, not just, hey, working hard, do a couple placements, and then you have nothing else to do. So like for me, I hate that. And I want to do whatever I can to make sure that we kind of avoid any slow periods and really be diversified and being able to produce consistently throughout the year. That's the objective. That's always been the objective for me. And the easiest way to prevent plateauing is to constantly reach out to new business partnerships and relationships. And it's all about creating value and all about how are you setting yourself up different from all the other recruiters out there. Being able to reach out to the right people, being able to be thoughtful and personable in your outreach, and then, trying to have a really easy onboarding call to action flow, and then get the party started where you have to then most likely compete against other recruiters to get the job done. So just because you get a client, it doesn't mean that, your business is golden and you're all set. Now you have to do the work and get the position closed. So really excited about that, but more excited about hoping to hear back from my client about this position, see what we can do and see if we can actually celebrate, because I'm in the mood for celebrating because we've lost way too many deals this month. We've done a lot of deals this year, but we could have done even a lot more if, the markets weren't as crazy. So eyes on the prize, completely focused. All right, quick announcement. So we heard from the hiring manager, actually the internal recruiter at the team, and he emailed me saying, hey, Preston, we like your candidate. We want to move to an offer, which is amazing. He asked us to confirm the notice period, the salary, and the candidate's contact information. As great of a news as this is, the only red flag is that I'm not sure why we're hearing from the recruiter, not so much my hiring manager, because like my hiring manager and I, we go way back, we have a personal relationship. And typically, if a company wants to extend an offer, the hiring manager lets me know directly. So the fact that the hiring manager didn't let me know, the internal recruiter is pinging me, it must be protocol. They're a big company, so I totally get it. But I'm also just hoping that, my personal history and relationship with my hiring manager, takes precedence as well. But either way, it's a good news. I think judging from the recruiter's email, he has no idea about the ongoing discussions I have with the hiring manager. So I hope that's not a roadblock. I hope we can just kind of get this done. I've been having some on and off texts and emails with the hiring managers directly. She knows exactly where my candidate's standing. It's a little bit higher than what they want to pay, but my hiring manager said it's okay. And I just hope that carried to the recruiter team and they are not freaking out because they're like, hey, we can only offer your candidate 110 and he's asking for 120, 125. That's no way possible. So I really hope it doesn't get to that. I think overall it's a good news, because when a company wants to move forward with a candidate, it's typically they're serious about the candidate. They want to do whatever they can to get the job done. And we're here to help to kind of make that happen. So I responded back with all the necessary information, hoping to hear back from this soon. But this is exactly what I'm looking for. We lost an engineering role earlier this year, but here's another marketing role, hoping that we can kind of get the job job done into the weekend. Hello. We got a little bit of a situation.
Time is of the essence. We're all gonna die.
Offer coming out. They told us that they might only be able to go up to 120 when my candidate's looking for 125. Trying to really be an advocate, go to bat for him, but our hiring manager is standing firm. But she did say that she wanted to also sync up with him sometime today or Monday. And you know me, when I get something like that, I try to book it as fast as possible, because why wait and give another 3 days to this? Let's just have them talk today if possible. Let's get the offer out and see if we can push for a close before the weekend. So our candidate is really, really busy, but we got him available to be 2:30 to 3. With hiring manager said that she'll be available. She'll call him directly and we'll see what happens. And so now what I need to do is sync up with the candidate before the call and just tell him, hey, it's a positive call, be positive, but also just be like authentic and transparent. And that can only help in a situation like this. If they're feeling like you're playing hard to get or you're keeping cards close to the chest, that could just complicate things. So this is my biggest number one advice for candidates in negotiations, is just be honest at the end of the day, and obviously say things that you really, really mean, and try to be willing to always meet halfway. So I'm not sure if they can actually go any higher. I need to now just manage my candidate's expectations. At the highest they can go is 120. He's not gonna be that excited about it. So we really have to paint the picture and have him focus on the bonus, the all-in comp, and all the other great things that he can do at this company. So still nerve-wracking, nothing set in stone here, and it's still an offer, but we now have to get it done. Whoa. Candace spoke with the hiring manager. It seemed like he did a really good job and he took our advice, because he had no idea why she wanted to talk to him. We had a pretty good guess that the client wanted to talk to our candidate to kind of go over the offer and the terms. And then I told the candidate before that call, if the offer comes out, you can either be okay with the original terms, I'm pretty sure they're maxed out at 120, or if you want to go for it, just go for it. Ask for at least 125, because that's what you really want, but you have to be crystal clear and provide the client some incentive or value that if they're able to do that, that can tremendously help you accept the deal. Because every company at the end of the day always has a wiggle room, right? And if you can just make it clear to them that, like, if they're able to stretch for you, that that's going to help you make that decision, then that could be enough to kind of get the job done. So that's exactly what he did. And I just got a text from the client and the candidate saying, hey, it sounds good, 125. All we need to do is just go through the references, formality, offer letter, and confirm the signed offer and the start date. So
in other words,
we are back, baby, ending another week, another Friday with another deal. The original salary here, I think, was like 110. We got her up to 120. We then got her up to 125 plus bonus. I think he's making well over 140 all in terms of cash. Great job to our team member who did everything, all the process work, all the sourcing. And then I came in at the end to just make sure the candidate experience, the negotiations just operate very smooth. Teamwork at its finest. Proud of my team, proud of our candidate, proud of our client. Rinse and repeat. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. Time for me to celebrate now and enjoy the weekend, and I'll see you on the next one.